Okay, I'm going to put my motor on the boat and put the motor under a load and run it for an hour. I tried this once before, but my battery in my camera went dead before I got it complete. So I decided instead of going for 30 minutes, I'd go for an hour. So right here's the hour. I haven't done it yet. And then we'll come back and write down the voltage of the battery. The voltage right now was the last voltage that I wrote down. 1.270, 1.140. Those are the two batteries. I'm going to let it run for an hour and then see how far it comes down. So I'll get my phone set up. And you can see, if you can see that there, it is 1:42 Friday, June 24th, or 11:43. Okay, so we'll set it on timer. It's already set for an hour, so I'll start it. Okay, and we'll put the motor on here. Too much of a load. There you go. We'll just let it run for an hour, and then we'll check the batteries again. I'm not going to turn the radio on and all that, but I do have the camera in it. I got it hooked up. I got the rudder hooked up, and the rudder I got going down into it. Instead of hooking the rudder to the back of the shaft, I got the rudder actually, the shaft in the middle of the rudder. So as it turns, the water will want to continue to turn it on the front, but on the back it'll actually want to turn it the opposite way, so it cancels each other out. Because I got a pretty small servo, and I didn't want a lot of stress on it, and I wanted to try to get as much time out of the batteries as I can. I wanted to shoot for a couple hours before I have to swap out the batteries. So we'll let it run for an hour, and then we'll check the voltages again. But just to show you, because I'm not sure that if I made a video to show you, but what I've noticed is when I put it under a load is when the battery drops. This one here I put, let's see here, 6:45 a.m. until 2:20 a.m., which is roughly 17 hours, and it only dropped from 370 to 130, so 6 points in 17 hours. That's pretty good. But when it has no load on it, the voltage stay relatively the same. And I put a big load on it here when I was at my niece's, and for about 10-15 minutes, and it dropped 1 point here, 2 points here, and then from there I had no load on it, and it stayed relatively the same up until I put a load on it again. So it's producing enough energy to self-maintain, but every time I put it under a load, I lose a little bit out of the battery. So that's where it's at right now. And like I said, the last voltage is 1.270, 1.140, and we'll let it run for an hour, and then we'll check the voltages again. Okay, thanks for watching. God bless.